We continue our journey with the holy words of W.E.B. DuBois in his classic, The Souls of Black Folk, published in 1903, and two books by James Cone, The Cross and the Lynching Tree, and Said I Wasn't Going to Tell Nobody. And I've read an excerpt from each of those three books the first 3 days, and now I'm going to spend a little more time in one book for a while and then switch to another book. So for the next few days, we're going to read simply from James Cone's Said I Wasn't Going to Tell Nobody. And this series, these videos are very different than the ones I've made in the past. Beekner and the coronavirus quarantine and whatever else I've done. These aren't silly sometimes. There's no green screen and crazy places and costumes and whatever. It's just reading these words and marinating in these words, because I think this is what we need to do now. So I hope and I pray you'll join me on this journey. And these words I know are challenging and they're tough and they're strong and they may make us confused, they may make us frustrated, they may make us angry, we may find ourselves offended, and we need to ask ourselves, why are we angry with these words, or why are we offended by these words, or how are we challenged by these words, and how are these words going to make us better human beings? So I hope you'll continue on this with me, and I want to hear your feedback too. So if you want to send me a text or an email or a comment on the post, that's great. I'd love to hear from you. So we're going to continue on now, and I'm going to read a section the next few days, I said, from James Cone, Said I Wasn't Going to Tell Nobody, and this is from chapter 1, Couldn't Keep It to Myself, Removing My Mask, page 7. Though it challenged King's nonviolent philosophy, I never thought of black power in terms of violence and hate. Rather, it expressed the necessity of black people asserting their dignity in the face of 350 years of white supremacy. Black power simply meant that Negroes were tired of being exploited and humiliated. As a theologian, I felt compelled to write a manifesto to white churches announcing that Negroes could no longer tolerate the violation of their dignity. I had to give voice to the feelings of rage in the Negro community, and especially the rage inside of me. I began rereading Malcolm X for a deeper understanding of black power as the response to the black self-hate. Malcolm X revolutionized my consciousness, transforming me from a Negro theologian to a black theologian, angry and ready to do battle with white theologians. My newfound blackness impelled me to write and to let the world know that a new voice had arrived on the theological scene. It was time to turn the white man's theology against him and make it speak for the liberation of black people. Black power is the gospel of Jesus in America today. Peace and blessings on the way.